Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing awesome today. This is Ryan along with David and Zach, and we are Lone Star 3D. Yo, before we even go forward, David, I want you to tell us the scores from last week. Guys, if you don't remember, we had a bet over the OKC and Dallas Maverick game, and I do want to know what those scores were so we can go ahead and get this settled. Okay, my man?
Yeah, I can do that. The score of that NBA Cup matchup was Mavs 104, Thunder 118, and so the only person that actually got this matchup win loss wise is Ryan, and it was very very close. I'm not gonna lie. I think he might have time traveled to the day of the game. He picked 117 to 103. So that's 1 point off on each team. So I don't know how he did that, but
Crazy.
congratulations, I guess.
Crazy.
It's a little bit annoying how close you were. I thought it was going to be like more of a, I don't know, a range there.
Yep, but sometimes, man, when you're a winner, it just be like that, man. But yo, I want to talk to somebody who doesn't know a lot about winning. His name is Zach Carter. So Zach, what's up, man? David, can you tell everybody y'all's two scores?
Yeah. So since we both picked the wrong matchup to win, we both picked the Mavs. I picked 123 to 98. So that's close to 118 and 104, whereas Zach picked 106 and 92. Not quite as close, but it is what it is. And we are here to celebrate our competition. And, I know Zach's got a great singing voice, so I'm looking forward to kind of hearing it.
I'm just going to sing like this one sentence.
No.
Yes.
No.
That's what's going to happen today.
No, it's not.
You're gonna have to at least sing 3 sentences.
Yeah.
Full sentences.
I'd say 5, but I mean, I'm just being nice.
Dora, the Explorer.
No.
There it is.
No, that's not it.
No, bro.
Who's that super cool Explorer, Dora?
That's not how it
Need
goes.
your help. Grab your backpacks. Let's go. I'm literally reading the lyrics. That's all you're going to get out of me.
Look, I'm just waiting for the swiper, no swiping part.
Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping.
No, you got to say his part too.
I don't know his part.
He says, "Oh man," say it.
Oh man.
Wait. You didn't even sing the chorus. You didn't even sing the full chorus.
I don't. Dora, there.
No, keep going. Full part.
No, I already did it.
It goes Dora, Dora, the Explorer.
Thank you. You're actually doing my thing.
No, you do it.
That's
you
good.
do it. You got to do it.
No, I'm not doing it.
Nope. This is part of it.
If I do it,
you gotta do it, bro.
This is not. This was not designed for me to lose.
You lost.
You didn't even want to do it.
Exactly. That's
point.
That's
messed up. That's real messed up.
Yeah, I'll be a winner next time.
Ryan, you don't know anything about winning at all.
All right. Give us a couple more bars.
A couple more? What kind of bars you want? Swiper, no swiping. Oh, man. Dora the Explorer.
Okay.
You know what? That cuts it. I mean, I'm very, very, very happy to hear those words come out of your mouth.
That man said, "Oh, man." Can you do it one more time? Can you do the "Oh, man" one more time?
I'm not doing it one more time. You got what you got.
All right, let's move on.
All right,
where are we going now?
So,
where are we going with this? Because this is elite podcasting going on.
This is actually on a high note right now, man. Cowboys actually had a win. Okay? I mean, for anybody else, I mean, I really wouldn't consider this like a good win. But, I mean, for the Cowboys, it's a pretty good win over the Panthers and everything like that. Jalen Tolbert scored. I think CeeDee Lamb scored. And was it Brandon Cooks? I think he scored as well. So, Zach, I want to know your takeaways, good, bad, about this game. What's up?
I'm good. Cooper Rush played probably his best game since he's taken over. Defense looked great. They forced, 4 turnovers?
Mm-hmm.
Bryce Young had some glimmers of hope here in the last few games, and I thought he was really going to do really well against us, but we stifled them and kind of looked like old Bryce Young, to be honest. Defense looked great. I think there's a lot to be said about the fight and the not giving up mentality. There's a slim to no shot to make the playoffs right now. We're still alive. Mathematically, we're still alive. But, I mean, they're not going to make it, and that's fine. I mean, we're playing for pride. We're playing for spoiler. We're kind of just, it's kind of fun not having expectations. I'm just kind of watching the game and seeing how everything goes. It's exciting. I mean, I think next year might change a little bit of fortunes. I mean, we might get back to 12-5 again. But I think the biggest thing we got to take away is the fight that they showed, and to finish out the season. We've got 3 games left. Try to finish out the season. You never know. We could finish 9-8, and who would have thought we'd be? If we finish 9-8, who would have thought we'd be 9-8? About a month ago. I mean, it's a hell of a job. I think this keeps Mike McCarthy around. Sad to say it, but it is what it is. But I love the fight. Just the effort and wanting to go out there and win.
Yeah. And it's cool to see the attitude. Parsons, I think, spoke after the game. We're not here to tank. We got guys fighting for contracts, guys that still have a lot to prove in individual aspects. One of them, Osa Odigizua, a beast on the line. Only 2 players in the NFL that have more pressures this year. He has 51, and then ahead of him are Broncos, Zach Allen, and Chris Jones on the Chiefs.
Yeah, he's earned himself a contract for sure.
Yeah, he's pumped out some plays.
And the big thing is a lot of Cowboy fans have been very critical of Mozzie Smith since he's joined the league, and you got to realize he had probably his best game as a Cowboy. He was very underrated.
Did he?
He did. I mean, he went in there. There's a couple of plays in there that you look back and it takes typically an NFL defensive tackle. It takes about 3-4 years for them to fully develop, and he's only in year 2. So you got to give him next year and the year after to really see what his potential is. And I think I can already see it. I think him and Osa they'll wreak havoc here next year. Well, they already are. I think Mike Zimmer's defense is finally kind of they're starting to figure out the scheme. So it'll be interesting to see how next year plays out.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, dude. Hey, man. What about the rest of the NFL? You guys thinking about, man? Patrick Mahomes had that scary injury, bro. I mean,
yeah, it looked like it was worse than what initially I thought. Man, it was broken ankle.
Mm-hmm.
Season's done for the Chiefs, pretty much. But luckily, according to ESPN, things look like a high ankle sprain.
Yeah,
he's questionable for Saturday. I don't know if they're going to play him due to where they're at in the standings. It'll be interesting, especially when they're playing the Texans. I think that'll be a good matchup. So I think they're just trying to be precautious because they got this game and then they have the Christmas Day game against Pittsburgh. So it'll be interesting how they handle that situation and what the next 2 games going forward.
And they've got a more than capable backup in Carson Wentz. He's a guy that, I mean, he could probably play the rest of the season and win half your games.
Do we want to bring up the fact that at one point everybody thought Carson Wentz was far superior than Dak?
I mean, he had his years, but
yeah, but come on now. Let's have that conversation because nobody wants to have that conversation when that was a big thing about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, I do. I just think it's easy to do that after a guy has like a season-ending. I mean, Dak had a season-ending surgery and came back, so I won't say that. But I don't know. His situation has been a little different than Dak for sure.
Yeah, I mean, no disrespect to him, but it's just all these people were saying how way much better he was than Dak, and I just didn't see it.
Yeah.
And not to say Dak has his flaws, he does, but for him to be considered better than him is kind of far-fetched, to be honest with you.
No, I agree with you.
And then the Bills, man. What about those Bills? Bills and Lions at 48-42 thriller.
That was a good game, bro.
If you had Josh Allen on your team this week, you probably won your matchup.
Yeah, you probably did the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, 10 touchdowns.
I know one of our guys in our league at the Lions defense and got negative 14 points. So
that's great. Yeah,
that is insane.
Oh my god!
Negative.
Shout out Josh.
Josh had negative 14.
Yep.
My boy Josh, dude. Shout out Josh.
No, the defense.
So I know you guys. We had this conversation pre-podcast. Josh Allen, I think it's safe to say he might be the best quarterback this year, just statistically and what he's done on the field. I mean, he's winning and beat Patrick Mahomes in Buffalo. He went on the road and beat Detroit. Like, you can't tell me that. Those are some impressive wins already.
Yeah, it's a special win. I mean, special year.
It's a regular season, and I get it.
Yeah.
But, like, right now, Josh Allen has to be the favorite to win MVP.
I never – Patrick Mahomes has not done his thing this year. So, top this year so far, I would probably put him top 15. You know what I'm saying? Josh Allen, however, I put him top 5. I still got to think of Lamar Jackson. To me, he's number 1.
You got to give Joe Burrow a credit, too.
Joe Burrow is
with the team that he's had, and they've played really well.
Jalen Hurts.
He's put up some crazy. No, absolutely. Let's not have that conversation. Jalen Hurts is an overrated. He has been carried by Saquon Barkley this entire year.
No. He's the general, man. You can't
2,000 yards rushing from Saquon Barkley, that's not being carried.
You can't discredit a guy just because he's got weapons.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. But we can discredit Dak?
No, I'm saying it's the same kind of thing.
Okay, but the thing is, that's the big debate. Okay? We can discredit Dak, and yes, he's had weapons in the past, and we failed to make it to the NFC Championship game at the least.
Dude,
the fact that we're talking about Jalen Hurts, the guy that has had weapons for how long, and what has he done? Nothing.
Dude, I'm just saying, I don't think anybody's talking about Dak right now. He's out. He's been.
Yeah.
No, we're talking about last year when Dak led the league in touchdown passes. He had the best. He had the best.
He was a top 3
career.
QB.
He should have won MVP.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody would say that he was better than Hurts last year.
Well, why did Lamar Jackson win?
He had a special year, and they just had a better record.
Look at the statistics compared. They're not even close. They're not even close.
He showed up when it counted, though.
When? Who? Hey, Lamar Jackson folded when they played the Chiefs. Absolutely folded. He threw for 50 yards. Are you kidding me?
He showed up when it counts. At the end of the day,
he showed up. He showed up to Cancun, is what he did.
Oh, there you go again, bro. Hating, bro. It's always last place.
No, it's not hating. It's called watching the games and looking at it and like seeing this is obvious what's going on.
Nobody is saying that Dak.
There's plenty of people that think that.
Bro, well they're just haters, bro, and they're just mad because they're losing. Okay, it's more than just the QB to win games, right? I'm just saying, like,
right. But we're not. Jalen Hurts is not elite. He's not.
Bro, come on.
He's not. He's not. Purdy 2.0.
But it's just. I think it just goes to what you value, right? Like,
I trust Brock Purdy way more than I do Jalen Hurts to win a football game. That's just me.
Well, like, good thing you have both. I'm just saying that, like, when you're stacking up quarterbacks like all across the league, you have to think about like the current situation, who they've got. Like, I mean, if we're talking about this year, we have to talk about the quarterbacks that are being successful. Like, I mean, you can talk about Mahomes having a bad year, but he's still getting the wins and he's still showing up when it matters. You know what I mean?
No, I agree with you on that. It's just I think the narrative changes depending on who the team is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem that I have is we change the narrative depending on who the team is. And that's not like we need to look at who's actually performing and who's not. Bottom line. And I'm sorry, but in my opinion, Jalen Hurts, he's played a great season. But when you can hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley to get you 8-10 yards a carry, it's easy. Any quarterback can do that.
Just handing it off to.
Okay, what is he doing?
What's his name? Cal Katera. Like, he's doing a lot of other stuff. And then that run game is amazing.
I know you just did not bring up Grant Calcaterra.
Dude's running in, bro. What are you talking about? Again, hater.
Watch the games, please.
Do you watch the games? You don't watch.
I do, and I see every highlight, every run is
Yeah, you
Saquon
watch
Barkley.
every highlight. You're not watching, the little.
Every game I watch, Saquon Barkley gets the ball about 30 times a game. I mean, what else do you want me to
Yeah,
say?
kind of like with Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb is either CeeDee Lamb or Rico Dowdle that always gets the ball, bro. Nobody else, bro. The same thing.
Okay, but that was a big problem last year, right? Was that not a big problem last year?
Who was our running back? Oh yeah, we have what's his name as our running back?
What do you mean our problem, like
Well,
overrunning the ball?
that was the big problem in the media was we throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb too much, and he depends on him too much. But we don't talk about Jalen Hurts depending on Saquon Barkley, do we not?
He doesn't just
We
depend.
don't do that. We don't have that conversation.
I mean,
I'm just saying. I mean,
I think
I'm biased.
I think it's because you don't
but
need
it's
to.
just.
I think everybody knows the weapon that he is. It's not like we're like, oh, like he's doing it all himself. I don't think anybody's saying that.
I mean, I get your point, David. It's just you can't. We got to have it both ways. Like I know I'm biased because I'm a Cowboy fan, but the fact that like nobody's having these conversations is crazy to me. Because
You better start preaching.
If Dak had Saquon Barkley and they had the same season, how much of the hate would be going on? Like, oh, Dak, the only reason why the Cowboys are good is because of Saquon Barkley.
I
There's
mean,
no but it's not. But like now, everybody's like, well, Jalen Hurts, Jalen Hurts this, Jalen Hurts that. But when they have a star on their helmet, it's different, and I understand that's just how it is.
I understand how you're feeling, but this time last year, you know how many picks Jalen Hurts threw?
Yeah, exactly. And
he got the hate.
Quarterback.
No, that was last year. Nobody was calling him an elite quarterback last year.
Well, why are we calling him in this year?
Because he's having the year he's having.
Yes, bro.
It just goes year by year.
Hand off to Saquon. That's a really good year.
It goes year by year. That's just the nature of the game. When you succeed, you get praise, and when you don't get praise.
Giving off what all the national media tries to portray.
Aw.
Whatever, Zach. Hey, man, let's go ahead and move forward, bro. Because Zach, man, start preaching up in here, bro. Preaching to the choir. You know what I'm saying? Yo.
He should have put that passion that he had for that into the Dora song.
Exactly, bro. All I heard was, oh.
It's fine. You know what?
Yeah.
Just cheer for the Pelicans. They only win 4 games a year.
Whoa.
Let's go ahead and talk about college football, dude. Yo, it's playoffs. Yeah, playoffs this weekend, right? Yeah. Dude, yep. I know we talked about it last week. I still want to continue to talk about it, man. Yo, first I want to just kind of give it to Texas. What are you thinking about them, man? I want to go ahead and start with my team.
First round exit. First round exit.
Really? You think of that like us, man?
No, I'll give you credit. You'll probably beat Clemson. Yeah. And Arizona State's going to run all over you. So have fun.
Okay. Cookie,
but the thing is that I think this year in general, we don't really know what to expect with this playoff. I think chaos could ensue. I think Indiana has a really good shot against Notre Dame. I think this is their second chance to prove that they're a worthy team. MU could be a weird, sneaky good team. I think they could give Penn State some issues in this first round. But the big game I'm looking at is Tennessee, Ohio State. I think that's a good matchup. I think they're very evenly matched talent-wise just because of the transfer portal and, the chaos that has happened in college football now. A lot of these teams, it's very evenly matched. I think Clemson is no joke against Texas. I think people are overlooking Clemson. Clemson is going to give them a game. I'm not saying they win, but I think Clemson will give them a game. And then my sleeper team that I've been harping on all year long is Boise State. I think they've been in the big stage so many times. They've come up big in big games. In their first game, that second round is in the Fiesta Bowl, and Fiesta Bowl and Boise State go very well. They've had Statue of Liberty, the hook and ladder play. Like they've had some crazy stuff happen there. So watch out for them. And then you just gotta give credit where credit's due. Georgia's coming on strong. They're going to be the toughest out, I think. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. going to be finally something that we've all been looking forward to and wanting in college football.
You're on mute.
Hey, David, you're on mute, buddy.
That's all right. Yeah. I was just going to say I have 2 brackets going with Natalie's family, and we all kind of went through and made our picks, and the team that I've got winning in both of my 2 brackets, number 1, I really want this. This is kind of my sleeper pick, Boise State all the way. And so my other one, I am taking Georgia. I think they're the team that's kind of been there organizationally. Like, they know what it looks like to win a championship. They know, like, yes, Carson Beck isn't. I don't think he's going to have a great run, but they're going to do enough. I mean, they've got a solid team, solid defense, solid running back, solid quarterback.
Yeah,
and he'll just do enough.
100%. What do you think about Oregon?
Man, I had a really hard time crossing them off. Yeah,
it's tough.
So I actually, in my sleeper bracket, I took Arizona State over Oregon.
I think Arizona State might make the semifinals. Just that's running back Scatterbo is unreal. He's not being talked about enough. He should have been at the Heisman ceremony too. We're going to put Dylan Gabriel up there, the guy that, no disrespect to him, but the fact that Dylan Gabriel should not be on there. The only reason why he was there is because he's the best player on the best team. And if we're going to do that, the Heisman Trophy should not be the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
Because Travis Hunter, I'm sorry, he wasn't the best player in college football. He was on both sides of the ball. But when we're looking at stats, I think this year was very tough. Travis Hunter had a great year, but also you got to give Ashton Genty. That dude was unreal.
No doubt.
I think it was tough, but I think the fact that Travis Hunter played both sides of the ball, that's why they gave it to him, because we haven't seen that since probably Charles Woodson. So it is what it is. And there's
is that Travis Hunter?
Yeah.
I see like 3 pixels on that screen.
Yeah, I know. Like what do we got going on? 1970?
And his girlfriend.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry, fiance.
Oh, fiance. I'm sorry. I thought you said Beyonce.
We want to ask you guys about that whole thing, man.
Yeah.
I think people are too far into it and too much into people's business. I think that's my personal opinion.
Okay.
I mean, we all have a personal life, and as a kid, he's probably just stepping into this. I mean, it's only going to get worse
for him. It's a new thing for him.
It's a new world for him, man.
I think people are just trying to find any little thing to tear that guy down.
Did you hear about the CeeDee Lambs at draft night? You hear about who was the Tennessee quarterback that, man?
Joe Milton?
No. He just got benched last weekend.
Will Levis.
Will Levis. I heard about him and his girlfriend had like some kind of issue at the draft party. Like, so it's really interesting how you like bring fame into these guys' life and how their family responds to it. You got to think about that.
It's all for clicks. People, the media, they want clicks, they want controversy, and I think Travis Hunter came out and said that, he addressed all the rumors and things, and good on him, but the fact that he has to do that I think that's just wrong. And I think Deion and his family and things have kind of taught him well and mentored him to be the guy that he is now. From what I've read and stuff, Travis Hunter's a really good guy, so I wish nothing but the best for him.
Yeah.
But I think people just need to mind their business and let that transpire the way they want it to be. That's their personal life.
So you're a Deion fan, right? Yes, sir.
Oh, absolutely. I think Deion gets a lot of hate. I think, the turnaround he's made at Colorado is going unnoticed, really. They went 9-3. They produced a Heisman Trophy winner, and they've got his son Shadur that's going to probably be top 5 pick in the draft, maybe be number 1, depending on who's number 1 pick, what team's number 1 go on draft night. I think he's more or less like he's changed the culture, and he's changed a lot over there. They went from nobody in the stands to selling out every game. So,
yeah.
You might not like the way he coaches. You might not like the way he acts and things, but the dude knows how to coach, and the dude knows how to put players in the right position and be successful and mentor those.
The other thing too, dude, I mean, they get a lot of bad rep for, the fancy watches, the flashiness and the way they play, but something good about Travis Hunter that I heard today actually is that, they make all the NIL money. He's not making anything this year. He's actually gone and donated the entirety of his year's earnings and put that into his teammates. So
exactly,
he funded 15 guys. 15 guys.
And nobody's talking about that either. It's just like, oh, well, the coach, it's like, do you not know what these guys are doing over there? Those guys, like Shadur takes care of his offensive line. He takes like it's not, like NIL is ruining this and that, and rightfully so. There's some bad apples, but like not everybody's being a jerk about it. They're taking care of their teammates and family, and like that's what you should do. And they have the right to do what they want, but just because there's a couple bad apples out there, shouldn't
swipers.
Yeah, shouldn't represent these other guys that are getting big money and doing well with it. Doing right with it.
Yo, trivia before we go on to the next topic, man. Where did Dion coach right before he came to Colorado?
Jackson State.
There you go. What is Jackson State's nickname?
I don't know. Tell me.
Bulldogs?
No.
Sonic, you mean their mascot?
Of the South. Their nickname, not their mascot.
The who?
Sonic Boom of the South.
I never would have known that.
Sonic Boom of the South.
Never heard of it.
Yes, sir. Yo, let's go ahead and start talking real quick about, talk about the Mavs, right? Yeah, let's talk about the Mavs. Luka just came off of another, his 40th?
45-point triple-double, I think.
45, yeah. 11
45,
and something.
13, and 11.
13, yeah.
Yeah,
so this is his 40th triple-double, right? Or something like that?
Yeah, he's averaged, in his last year, he averaged higher than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's entire career. Or like his best, Luka, his whole career has averaged more than Shai in his best season. It's not even
a debate. Like, Luka is the best player on the planet right now. You put him anywhere and they're winning games. I mean, the guy he's just unbelievable. And there's no words can be said. He's just a awesome player. The Mavs are lucky to have him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there was no defense played in that game Sunday night at all. We got the win, but boy.
It was a record-setting night, right?
Yeah, it was. It was like 48 threes combined or something like that. It was insane. Klay Thompson had 7 threes in his return to Golden State for the second time. A little taunting that he was doing. Kind of love that. Golden State really screwed that one up, but I'm glad he's on our team and looks like he's finding his groove.
I do want to give props to somebody on Golden State, though. Have y'all seen my man Draymond Green? That dude looks a little different. The dude done lost some weight. Dude's hitting threes now. Like, what?
Yeah, but he was talking trash to Luka, and Luka said, "Shut up, Dre."
Yeah, of course, bro. It's talking noise, but like, come on now, Dre. Y'all have to admit, Draymond's looking pretty.
Draymond Green needs to gain weight because he looks like he's aging a little there.
Yeah, he's aging.
I mean, he is aging.
But, hey,
very much so.
He's still putting up numbers though. I mean, 21 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists.
Yep. I mean, he is, but
I guess in a 138-point game, I mean, it kind of balances out.
Yeah. But okay, we'll give you props to your boy Draymond.
Hey, man. What are the Mavs looking like going forward, going into the holiday season, of course? And after that, we have, we got All-Star Weekend, which, by the way, did y'all see that little format they did? It was like a new format to All-Star Weekend, right?
Yeah, another dud that Adam Silver has made and plummeting NBA ratings because people are just sick of it. We're hanging on to the LeBron era. We're hanging on, and we'll get into the LeBron thing here shortly, but the LeBron era, the KD, the Steph, which Steph is still producing. But I mean, we're holding on to this era, the 2010s, like, and I think that's the issue. We're not promoting the young stars anymore. We're not. Luka, Jason Tatum, Shea, like those guys need to be the face of the NBA. LeBron's in his 21st season. Like, why are we still making him the face of the NBA? Sorry, but he's respectably, we need to move on. Kobe had his place, and then LeBron took over. It's the same thing. We need to move on.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. It's just
like
not.
This is the only sport that does this. I mean, every other sport, all the young guys are the main source.
So,
I mean,
for anybody that doesn't know, Zach and David, because I mean, I read over it just briefly. So, like, what are they trying to do for this All-Star weekend coming up?
I'm not really sure, but it's more or less like a tournament style thing where they have like it's split up into 4 teams and they do like, I guess, like a pickup turn. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know what's happening to the sport that we all used to love.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't know.
I know that you guys feel a way about it, but I am so tired of watching the All-Star game, watching 4 players sit on one side and then a fast break dunk. Like I'm sick of it.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. And I think, yes, there needed to be some changes, but have some incentives. Like, play the game, but have some incentives. Like, if you win, like, there's money on the line, like they did with the NBA Cup. Do something to where, like,
there's
some type of incentive.
I think that they need to make some drama, honestly. I think they need to, like, the marketing team, I don't know what they need to do, if they need to dig up something on All-Star weekend. Like, I think it's got to be about narratives for me.
It's dead. Yeah, it's dead. I don't know. I think they just, like you said, I think, we're just, the NBA is just kind of, I blame Adam Silver. I mean, he's just ruined the league, and here we are trying to figure out what All-Star game I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I think it's going to keep getting worse.
Well, yeah. I think we have to recognize that the All-Star game is not the product. I mean, it is in a sense, but like,
yeah, I agree.
I don't know. It's a tough bag.
Yeah, I want to know, like, what happened throughout the years that made the All-Star game kind of just be soft. Like, is it injuries? Is it people just want to rest? Like, what is that?
I think load management and the whole, like, in the beginning of that whole thing, like the year after Kobe retired, I think all of that load management crap and the analytics and all that crap, it just ruined the sport wholeheartedly. And it made it to where every single sport is like this. Like the bowl games for college football, nobody plays in them unless it's a playoff game. Like, I mean, there's the backup quarterback for Penn State is literally in the transfer portal, and they're going to play in a playoff game on Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a lot of entitlement that the NBA and these leagues have given the players, and now this is the product that we have.
So the last NBA All-Star game that I found genuinely entertaining was actually the year after Kobe died. And so the target score of that game was 157. And the reason they did that is because he wore 24 during his last 10 seasons. And so I'm not sure. Wait, it's 157. I'm not sure why that is, but that's what I'm reading here. Something to honor Kobe. But that year was like very entertaining. I don't know if it was the Steph year where he shot absolutely lights out. Was it that year?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, the best one I don't think that one was really great.
No, that's just the last one I remember.
I think the best one of late, in my opinion, is 2016, Kobe's last All-Star game.
That when he had like 60 points or something?
No, that was his final game. I'm talking about the All-Star game.
I don't remember. What do you remember about it?
Just Kobe guarding LeBron. Like, LeBron guarding Kobe for the final time, like, kind of thing. Like, that was
And
that was really cool.
Westbrook was the MVP, right? I feel like.
So when Dirk had an old man dunk,
that was around.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe. Yeah, I think.
Curry gave him an alley-oop, I think.
No,
yeah, like those years were great. I think maybe it was the year after. I'm not sure, but those were the good times. Now it's borderline unwatchable.
Well, dude, I would argue that it's our young guys that kind of need to pick up the showmanship in a sense. Like take Luka and Tatum, for example.
Luka just doesn't care.
Exactly. Like he's the best player in the league, but he could give two craps about what everybody thinks about him.
Yeah, and like that's the problem is just he's in that I don't want to get hurt, and that's the big thing.
Yeah. And speaking of basketball real quick, man, LeBron, he's been kind of in and out lately. And when I say that, I mean more as, hey, I am playing basketball. I'm going to try to go ahead and play every single game. But then out of nowhere, it's like, I'm out. Like, I'm just ain't feeling it. So, like, Zach, I know you wanted to talk about this a little bit. What do you think is going on? Is it load management? Of course, he's getting older. He'll be 40 in next week, actually, next 2 weeks or something like that. Like, what's up with that?
Don't take this too crazy. I'm not trying to make this sound crazy, but I think retirement is on the horizon. I don't know when, but I think that this leave of absence was planned already, and I think that he's going to retire. I think he's going to make an announcement, and I think at some point, probably beginning of 2025, we're going to have an announcement, and I think this is going to be his last year. That's just my opinion. I think it was a family matter. There was a big discussion with his agent and everybody. I think it might be it.
Cookie, what you think about that? You're on mute.
Cookie, come on, man.
It's cutting out the background noise. I will believe it when I see it. I kind of get the feeling that he still has hope to, at some point, play with his son, share a moment with him in a regular season game. I think that's, he's had it, but I think he wants to play a meaningful game with him.
Yeah.
That would be my only motivation if I were a dad to stay in the league.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's done so much already, like for his son and in their relationship, but that would be something to hold out for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just, I think he played with his son for a little bit in the first part of the season. I think he accomplished what he wanted to accomplish, and I think that's probably it for him. And I think it was just a family matter. But, I mean, I believe you. I think I got to believe it when we see it.
Hey, man, it's just the holidays. He wants to take some time off, be around his family, eat some cookies, drink hot chocolate. You know what it is.
Yeah, like all of us.
That's what's up, guys. Well, speaking of holidays, guys, we are happy holidays for you guys. We're going to be off for these next couple weeks. So again, please just be on the lookout for any kind of post, man, that we have. We will be posting a majority of the times Wednesdays, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays around that time. So, hey, while we're having this holiday season, please be on the lookout for some of those days. Cookie, you have anything to say about that, man?
Yeah, we'll be posting the link mostly on Instagram for right now. That's kind of where we want to get our platform, but we'll be expanding out soon. If anybody has issues, feel free to reach out to us. We want to help out and make sure people are able to kind of listen.
Yeah, and like David said, I mean, if there's any things that you can't access or some issues with Spotify being Spotify, you know how it is.
If you can't get Spotify too. Yeah, if you can't get Spotify too, we've been doing YouTube, so we'll try to post that on our story as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And like Ryan said, we'll be off for the Christmas and New Year's. We're trying to ramp back up probably on the 6th of January. Not sure. We might be coming in and out for maybe some lives or something. Instagram, depending on availability. But we really want to get 2025 kind of that big year for us. So we want to hit the ground running, but keep on the lookout for us. I don't know if anybody else got anything.
Yeah. Be on the lookout, guys. Thank you so much. Y'all have a happy holidays, a happy Kwanzaa.
Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and peace.